Thank you, everyone. As your phone or computer may have just told you, we are recording today's session. So we'll go ahead and get started with introductions. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Jennifer Killian, and I'm the director of the Aarón Sánchez Impact Fund. And joining me this evening to help with our presentation and providing bilingual assistance is Tamara, who also works with Chef Aarón.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you, mucho gusto. Buenas tardes, bienvenidos a la presentación de cómo aplicar a la beca de Aarón Sánchez. Mi nombre es Tamara y aquí les presento a Jennifer Killian, quien es la directora de esta fundación.
Thank you very much. We'll get started. Just a little housekeeping to start off. We do ask everyone to keep your system, your phone or computer muted at all times. That way we won't have noise disruptions while we're presenting, but we are encouraging everyone to ask questions as you wish using the chat feature. If for any reason you can't figure that out, we're also providing our phone numbers and email address to be able to send questions individually, which we will address everyone's concerns and questions. And we will be using Tamara for translation. So be patient if you don't need it. We just want to make sure that everybody understands the information today. So to get started, what we'll be doing today is reviewing about what is the Aarón Sánchez Impact Fund. We will be talking about the scholarship program and its features and benefits. We'll be reviewing the timeline of the application process and the culinary school program. Most importantly, we'll be reviewing the eligibility requirements because we want to make sure that anyone that is spending time with us today and wants to apply does meet those eligibility requirements. And then we'll teach you the application step by step. We'll go through each section to review the application, how to submit it, and then at the end we'll review some frequently asked questions. Tamara?
Perfecto. Entonces esta noche hablaremos sobre la fundación de Aarón Sánchez, al igual sobre su beca. Vamos a decirles qué necesitan para poder aplicar, todos los requisitos, cuándo se va a aceptar más aplicaciones, cuándo se cierran nuestras aplicaciones. También estamos abiertos a cualquier pregunta que tengan y al final vamos a ver todo el proceso en sí de la aplicación para que no haya ninguna duda.
Thank you. So to start, we just wanted to briefly talk about what is the Impact Fund. We are a charitable program, and our mission is to uplift the lives of Latino youth through food. Tamara?
Perfect. La Fundación de Aarón Sánchez, su primer y gran misión es educar a los latinos aquí en Estados Unidos a través de la comida.
We do work in specific areas, which includes human services, providing food access, nutrition education, and crisis feeding. And we also have a program area for culinary education, which is what we're talking about tonight, scholarships and mentoring. And so far, we've awarded 11 scholarships that are valued at $715,000.
Perfecto. Hacemos, al igual que esta fundación dona becas, también hacemos servicios humanitarios, donde damos acceso a comida, clases de nutrición, en crisis naturales, ayudamos y damos el soporte que necesitamos. Al igual, hoy vamos a hablar, como saben, de la beca culinaria que damos. El día de hoy hemos dado 11 becas.
The Aarón Sánchez Fund is a charitable program. We are part of the Emeril Lagasse Foundation, and our funding comes from private donations, corporate gifts, and special events.
La Fundación de Aarón Sánchez es parte, digamos que es como uno de los hijos de la fundación de Emeril Lagasse. Esta fundación crece cada día y podemos mandar estudiantes diario gracias a todas las donaciones que vienen privadamente.
So most importantly, we want you to understand that this scholarship is absolutely amazing. This is everything that is included. We will be offering 4 individuals a scholarship. Each one is valued at $65,000, and it includes the tuition, fees, and supplies to attend the Institute of Culinary Education in New York City for a culinary arts diploma.
Perfecto. Entonces, como saben, es una gran beca en sí. Hablando de todo corazón, es una gran oportunidad. Este año vamos a otorgar 4 becas.
The scholarship also includes flights to and from New York City at the beginning and end of the program, and we provide housing in New York. It's a shared apartment for the duration of your school program that includes your utilities at the apartment.
Perfecto. Con esta beca, ¿qué les estamos dando? ¿Qué incluye para que sepan? Viene siendo todo lo que son vuelos, alojamiento sería vivir en un departamento en Nueva York, tener dinero para sus gastos y estar, claro, inscritos en la escuela al mismo tiempo.
The scholarship also includes support for groceries of $250 each month, an unlimited Metro card so that you can get around with the subway, mentorship from our chef, celebrity chef Aarón Sánchez and his peers. And I'm the scholarship program manager who also provides support.
Perfecto. A través de esta, durante y después que acaben el programa, van a tener todo el soporte que necesitan. Ya viene siendo del chef Aarón Sánchez o de muchos amigos de él que son chefs, al igual de Jennifer Killian, como todas las otras grandes beneficios que tienen con esta beca.
Thank you. So the timeline is very important, and we get a lot of questions about this. So the most important thing for everyone on the call to know right now is if you're able to apply for this round, you have to have your application in by October 15th. After that deadline, we are going to be using our grants committee to review the applications. It's possible that someone may get a call for an interview. We may be calling your references for checks. There's a committee that will select which applicants are going to be offered scholarships, and then, of course, the notification.
Perfecto. Cuando se cierran las aplicaciones va a ser el 15 de octubre. De ahí no se va a extender la fecha. Entonces, me repito, el 15 de octubre es el último día cuando ustedes pueden mandar su aplicación. Ahora, de octubre a diciembre, el Grants Committee va a ver todas las aplicaciones y de ahí es donde vamos a empezar a llamar, a contactar a la gente a la que estamos interesados para otorgar esta beca.
After those who are identified for the scholarship are notified, they still have to be admitted by the school. So in December, we have the school admissions process. And then in January, they'll move to New York City and start going to school in February.
Perfecto. En diciembre es cuando empezaríamos toda la transición y el proceso de inscripción con la escuela en Nueva York. En enero es cuando se mudarían a vivir a Nueva York y en febrero es cuando empezarían su curso.
Those students are going to go through school February through July. When they complete their classroom training, then they'll select an externship location, which is working in a restaurant, and they will do that through September.
Perfecto. De febrero a julio es cuando van a estar en la escuela, ya sea teóricamente o prácticamente, y empezando de julio a septiembre es cuando empiezan sus prácticas. Estas prácticas son mandatorias para poder graduarse y recibir su diploma de este programa.
And lastly, it's optional, but there's a gap in time, but those students will be invited to a graduation ceremony walking across the stage in May of 2024.
Perfecto, esto es completamente opcional, ya que es un año después, es cuando tienen la graduación y ustedes pueden venir y ser parte de esta graduación.
Before I move on, Tamara, are there any questions in the chat?
Let me check. No questions.
Okay.
¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta que no ha podido preguntar? Por favor, escríbalas en el chat y enseguida les contestaremos.
So those who are eligible will be considered for the scholarship, and all of the following eligibility are required. First is legal residency of the 50 United States, DC, or US territory, and must be age 18 to 25 as of January 1st.
Ok, para los requisitos para poder aplicar a esta beca, los primeros dos vienen siendo que tienes que estar legalmente en Estados Unidos. En la edad que tienes que estar, tiene que ser de 18 a 25 años, empezando por el 1 de junio del 2023.
Applicants must also have Latin heritage or ancestry, meaning that they can be born in or have ancestors from Latin America. And we're looking for experience of 1 year of restaurant kitchen experience or graduate of a program through a school or workforce community program for culinary arts instruction.
Perfecto, tienes que ser latino. A lo que vamos en esto pueden ser tus padres, tus abuelos, quien vienen de raíces latinas, pero sí tiene que haber alguien en tu familia que es latino. También exigimos que tengan 1 año de prácticas, ya sea trabajando en un restaurante, donde sea, puede ser en casa, cercas, pero tienen que tener por lo menos 1 año de requisito.
The last 2 eligibility requirements are that the applicant has to have a high school diploma or GED equivalent and cannot have been convicted of a felony or crime of moral turpitude.
Perfecto, tienes que tener tu diploma de preparatoria y también no puedes tener ningún cargo, tiene que estar limpio tu récord.
Regarding eligibility, we also require documents with the application. So there's the application, which we'll look at shortly, and then supporting documents that will prove eligibility. And tomorrow I'm going to keep going and let you do this one all at once.
Perfect.
The supporting documents include school transcripts if you've gone to a post-secondary school, a high school diploma or the GED certificate, a photo ID, and letters of recommendation from someone that you've worked with as an instructor or employer. And it can also be from a community leader, but we cannot accept any letters of recommendation from family members.
Perfect. Los documentos que vas a necesitar para aplicar a esta beca va a ser, como hablamos, híjole, se me olvidó la palabra. I just got confused here, but I'm coming back. Enseguida regreso. Perfecto. Necesitas una identificación legal, 3 letras de recomendación. Ninguna de estas letras de recomendación puede ser de algún familiar. Tiene que ser con alguien con quien trabajaste, tal vez un mentor que tienes, alguien que te conozca tu forma de trabajar y claro que te has graduado de prepa, entonces tu diploma de preparatoria.
I saw one question in the chat that said that someone is asking about finishing a GED in October. So yes, as long as you can have something that shows that you're completing before the application deadline, you can submit that. And even if it's a temporary letter, in case the timing doesn't match up, if you can have a letter from the organization that you're working with, we will accept that. The school, if you're chosen for the scholarship, the school requires the formal GED paperwork for admissions. And then there's questions in Spanish that I don't understand.
Perfecto, sí, la edad es de 18 a 25 años, ¿correcto? Y aquí estoy llegando a otra pregunta. Por favor, para las preguntas más personales, mándenos un correo electrónico, así podemos hablar personalmente con cada uno de ustedes. Al final de la presentación les vamos a dar nuestro correo electrónico. Perfect.
Did you handle those Spanish questions?
Yes, so one of them was relating to age, and then with the other one was more personal. So I let them know to feel free and send us an email so we can talk personally to every person in every case.
Thank you very much. And just a reminder, the application and the requested documents are all due by the deadline.
Sí, perfecto. Todos estos documentos lo tienen que tener y entregar para el 15 de octubre.
So this section will be screenshots from the physical application.
Perfecto. Este es una foto de cómo se ve la aplicación en sí. Como ven, son preguntas muy básicas de ustedes, dónde viven, todo lo que queremos saber.
What we're looking at here is basic contact information and about the applicant. We're interested in verifying some of the eligibility information with this step.
Repito, todo esto en sí es información personales de ustedes, claro, para ver si tienen los requisitos para poder aplicar esta beca.